Today. This is our year-ender special with Asian Journal. Pinag-uusapan po natin ang mga top stories for the year 2015. Magto-2016 na, pero we need to look back at the stories just to remember what happened during the year. So Annie is here and she's going to be reading to us what happened in December.
Yes, on a Wednesday, December 2nd, two people entered the Inland Regional Center in San Bernardino, California, and opened fire in a room full of country health employees. Holiday party. 14 people were killed and 22 were injured in the attack. The radicalized husband and wife, identified as 28-year-old Saeed Rizwan Farouk and 27-year-old Tashfin Malik, were killed hours after the rampage in a shootout with police. Farouk was an employee for the San Bernardino County Public Health Department. Investigators believe the attacks were radicalized because of their organized nature, the weapons used, and the couple's recent travel to and from Saudi Arabia. They wanted to focus on an overhaul of the country's mental health system.
Okay, and this just happened so recent that I'm still in shock. Kasi ang lapit. Diba?
Yeah.
We're in Los Angeles. San Bernardino is like a stone throw away.
Yeah, and he's a government employee.
Oo.
Yes.
Diba? And
Oo.
He was a government employee, and I believe the head of the department was actually Filipino, and she escaped the room when the shooters came in, and we are just all in shock. I actually do live in San Bernardino County, and I do know a few people that know of some of the victims, some of the people that were affected and on lockdown. It's a very scary thing just to see how people are just going off on their own coworkers, and we just have to come together as a community for strength and healing, especially a story that hits so close to home.
Yeah, especially for you. Yes. Okay. Let's move on to this story. A lot of people are reacting to it. We had a panel here on the show about it. Pag-usapan natin, Jennifer Laude.
Joseph Scott Pemberton, the U.S. Marine Private First Class, was charged guilty of homicide for the death of Filipina transgender Jeffrey or Jennifer Laude on December 1. Pemberton strangled Laude in a hotel room in Olongapo City after finding out that Laude was a transsexual woman. Pemberton was initially charged with murder but was convicted of the lesser offense of homicide, which does not require malicious intent. The court found no treachery, abuse of strength, or cruelty on the part of the Marine soldier. He was sentenced for 6 to 12 years in prison.
All right. And I recently just did an interview with STRAP, which is the Society for Trans Women of the Philippines. And maganda yung sinabi nila na nobody deserves to be murdered because of transphobia, which is what happens when you do discover that someone is trans.
Yeah.
But they also don't... They don't agree also with how Jennifer possibly didn't tell Pemberton about
Disclose
her,
it,
yeah, about her being trans. So two sides again of the story, right? Okay, pag-usapan naman natin, Grace Poe.
Senator Grace Poe, who was leading the polls for next year's presidential elections, was disqualified by the Commission on Elections, or the COMELEC. Two COMELEC divisions had disqualified Poe, who led voters' preference polls, for failing to meet the 10-year residency requirement for a presidential candidate, citing her certificate of candidacy, or COC, for senator in 2013. Poe said she erred in the COC. Poe's disqualification case, however, was junked by the Senate Electoral Tribunal, although Supreme Court Justice members ruled that Poe was not a natural-born citizen. As provided in the 1987 Constitution, only natural-born Filipinos are allowed to assume the presidency.
All right. So for those people that don't know, ampon kasi si Senator Grace Poe. So they were questioning kung pinanganak sa Pilipinas. Oo, pinanganak siya, pero yun na nga dahil ampon, wala sa kanya yung birth certificate ata. And people really want to bring a good woman down, I think, you know? But she is green, I have to say, you know, and there's still a lot more time before, you know, she can become ripe for presidency, I feel.
Siguro masasabi natin things happen for a reason.
Oo.
And hopefully something better is out there for her and for us.
And that, mga kababayan, is our year-ender for all of you. We discussed all the topics that were relevant to our Filipino-American community. Siyempre, gusto kong magpasalamat. Annie, thank you for reading all our news.
Thank
It's a
you.
big job, but you continue to do it.
Yeah, I will.
All right, thank you. And of course, Allison, for sharing with us the Filipino-American perspective from the younger generation. We appreciate that. Maraming
Thank you for
salamat.
having me.
All right, thank you for joining us. Remember, get involved in our news. Watch us every Wednesday here on Kababayan Today for your top stories relevant to the Filipino-American community from Asian Journal. Maraming salamat po.